So a lot of people have seen, a lot of people have playoffs grid, and like what they predict will be who will be the champion in 2018 for Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Well, now I feel like it's my turn to do that with a video, just like last year. So obviously I was way wrong with Chase Elliott, but he did make it to the ground of 8, which is as far as he went. But anyway, my great. So we had the 16 flash drivers, which is Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Clint Bowyer, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, newcomer Eric Jones, this is his second year, Austin Dillon from Daytona 500, everybody remembers that race, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Eric Almirola, Jimmy Johnson, and Alex Bowman. Surprisingly, only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 12 drivers that have won races, and that does not include Jimmy Johnson, and it doesn't include Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson. And they had some wins last year, and I'm pretty surprised, especially Kyle Larson, because he's had a chance to win multiple times. He has 5 second place finishes coming up to this point. But anyway, so I think it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, especially with this first round being crazy different: Las Vegas, Richmond, and Charlotte Roval. So let's get to it. Here's my round of 12. Here's what I think will make the round of 12. And as you can see, it's a little different. It's not much different from what you see from everyone else at the top. But like obviously the big three: Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr. They're gonna make it for sure. They have enough playoff points amassed already to make it to first round without any problems whatsoever. I feel like so. That would be pretty obvious. I mean, obviously the Charlotte Roval was a wild card, but still, I think they'll easily surpass these guys, surpass anyone and make it to round 2. I know Truex has struggled a bit the last couple of races, but that does not mean they can. That does not mean first row racing will get it cleaned up. And I know first row racing is like leaving after the season, so I think they want to go out with a bang. So that's for sure. Keselowski for sure is gonna make it. He's riding hot hand going into playoffs. Clint Bowyer's got, I think, enough playoff points mass to do it as well. Logano has been running really good. Chase Elliott, he's had a streak of like top 10s, top 15s going for last few races. I think he had that snapped in Indianapolis though. Eric Jones finished second in Indianapolis, so he's obviously got some momentum going his way as well. Kyle Larson, he's there. I feel like there's no way he's not gonna make it. He's probably like this one of the 2 strong Chevys in this field that's gonna make it for sure. Hamlin, I think he has enough experience to make it through round 1. I mean, he's been really good at Richmond. He's a decent runner in Vegas. He could probably run the road course well too, because I mean he has a road course win at Watkins Glen in 16, so that's gonna happen. Eric Almirola, he's probably the weak link to the one of the weaker links to the weaker half of the Stuart racing, but I think he will sneak in, even though he doesn't have the platform to show for it. And then finally, Jimmy Johnson. Yes, that's a bit of a surprise to put Jimmy Johnson in there. So, obviously the 4 I don't have making it are Austin Dillon. There's no way he's going to make it. He got lucky winning that Daytona 500. And then you have Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch was, I think, might be a bit surprise to y'all, but he has struggled to make it through round 1 just in the playoffs, just because he has been that way. Just because it's been that way. He has not made it past. So like when the Chase Grid first came out, he didn't make it past round 1. That was his first year of Stuart racing, but he didn't make it past round 1 last year either. So that's a little bit of a shocker. And he has about the same amount of playoff points going into this first round as well. So yeah. Then you got Ryan Blaney. I feel like he's been the weak link with the in the Penske bunch. So that's he's been trying to keep up with Keselowski and Logano, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do it with the way this first round's set up. And finally, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman, he has no playoff points going into this first round. Same with Jimmy Johnson, but Jimmy Johnson has more experience, so I feel like Jimmy Johnson can sneak his way in. Alex Bowman, he pretty much this is his first year at the 88, and so it's really a tough like toss-up feel to me as to whether or not he's actually going to make it, but I don't think he'll have enough momentum riding his way to make it work. I mean, he tried at Indianapolis, but there was nothing he could have done, obviously. Um, it's just the way that this platform is set up. You're kind of at a disadvantage from the word go. Once the first race of the playoff starts, and it's just you're just already like in a hole, and you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna get out of it. Jimmy Johnson, I think he can get out of it. Eric Almirola as well, and they're gonna leapfrog Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney. So that's at least that's what I feel about it. There's no doubt in my mind. So there you have it. So that's my round of 12 picks. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Mark Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Clint Boyer, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Eric Almirola, and Jimmy Johnson. So Eric Jones, I feel like he's got enough momentum running his way to get in. So that there's no doubt about that. I mean, now you might be trusting Jimmy Johnson, obviously. So I feel like he's got enough experience throughout his 16th year, 17th year in the Cup Series. If you count him out around 16, after round 16, you're probably crazy. But I mean, we saw him get knocked down in round 16 and 15, but then he comes back to win a championship. So, and he made it to round 8 last year. So, to say he can make it to round 12 this year would not be a stretch, even with the struggles the 48 team has had this year. But I can't count him out. There's no way. I just cannot count him out. I really can't. Not to make it to round 12 anyway, at the very least. So, here's my round of 8, and so for round 12 we go with Dover, Talladega, and Kansas. So if the 48 team get their act cleaned up to start the playoffs, and they can ride the hot hand, I think they can win Dover and advance to round 8. That's what happened at the bottom of my list here. Kyle Busch and Kevin Hart, they will make it through because they've had enough playoff points. Truex Jr., you don't see him in here. Truex is not going to make it, I feel like. So, because we saw a couple years ago they had some struggles at Talladega, and that pretty much dug their grave out of the chance to win the championship in 16. Yeah, Keselowski, I think he's going to be one to win Talladega for sure. You can't really go against a guy has won their 5 previous times at Talladega. Yes, he's won 5 times at Talladega. He wins another one, he's gonna tie Dale Jr. for second on the all-time list for wins at Talladega. Clint Boyer, I think he's gonna be able to run well. I mean, he finished second to Harvick at Dover, so earlier this year, so that's gonna help. Logano obviously is also gonna be strong at Talladega, and he'll probably create enough of a gap between there and Kansas to make it in. Chase Elliott, obviously he's run real strong at Dover, or not Dover, I mean Talladega. But he also ran strong at Dover in the playoff race last year as well. He also has some. He can probably run in front of Talladega as well, which is also a good thing. And then you have Eric Jones, who is the winner of the last Sugar Plate race, so he's obviously gonna run real well as well. So obviously I don't have Kyle Larson making it, which is a little bit of a surprise, I think. But I think Chase Elliott and Jimmy Johnson, they'll actually rise to the challenge, and unlike Kyle Larson, unfortunately. So, like last year, I think Kyle Larson's gonna falter in the round 12 again. Hamlin, I don't have making it. Hamlin, I think is gonna be tough to make it. He didn't make it past round 12 and 15 as well, so that's gonna be hard to make it work this year as well, I think. So, yeah. I didn't have Almirola making it because I don't think he has enough playoff points to make it through. Same with Danny Hamlin anyway, so I mean that's gonna be a tough run as well for him. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be hard pressed to find how this is all gonna work out for a couple of these guys. I think they can surpass some of them, and then Truex obviously I think he's gonna falter again in terms of trying to make it through to the round of 8. So again, I already had Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Austin Dillon, and Alex Bowman written off. Now I've got Almirola, Hamlin, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and Martin Truex Jr. Written off my list. That's at least how I see it. I feel like it's gonna be really difficult for Hamlin and Almirola and Larson, I think it's going to be hard pressed for them because those tracks are not their strongest tracks, obviously. I feel like so. It's going to be hard pressed for them to make it through round of 12. And then Truex, I feel like the way Furniture Road's been struggling the last couple weeks, they can cruise through around the 16. The round 12 is what's probably going to bite them, and come back to bite them because that's what's been the struggle for them. Like, is trying to make it through round 12. They didn't make it through round 12 and 16, so that's going to be big if they don't make it this round either. All right, so here come my picks for the Championship 4. And in the round of 8, we're going to Martinsville, Texas, and Iceland Raceway, and the newly configured Iceland Raceway too. Like we had the previous configuration of it, so we have the start finish line like where our dogleg is now for this round of 8. And here's my Championship 4. We have Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, and Chase Elliott. Yes, I picked Joey Logano over Brad Keselowski. Don't ask me why. These are my predictions. Just roll with it, okay? So, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, they'll easily roll through this round of 8 again. With the playoff points they've amassed, they'll probably amass a lot more playoff points in the playoffs as well. So they'll have enough of a gap to make it in on points. I think they probably wouldn't even need to win. They just need points. Okay, they can point their way in. Logano and Chase Elliott. So Logano's been really good at Phoenix Iceland Raceway. So that's why I have him in my final 4. And then you have Chase Elliott. Just because I'm a Chase Elliott fan does not mean I want him to win his championship, but I feel like he can make a championship 4 because he is looking for revenge at Martinsville. He knows he had that championship 4 spot locked at Martinsville last year. He might do it again this year. And also like Iceland Raceway, Phoenix, he had that shot last year, and then his car, I think it was a short run car, so he couldn't quite get it going on the long run, and Kenzie beat him out for the race win there. But one of those two he's gonna win. Logano has been strong in Martinsville as well, so, and he also has a win at Texas, so you can't count him out. You can't count him out of any of the 3 tracks, honestly. And of course, Elliott has got his like first nationwide or Xfinity Series win at Texas, I believe. So that's also been a strong track for him. So I can't count those two out any of those tracks. Now obviously I left Jimmy Johnson out. I don't think he's gonna be able to win at Texas or Martinsville. So that's why I have him off my list. Who else did I leave out? So I left out Brad Keselowski and Clint Boyer. And I think I left out Eric Jones. Yeah. So those 3, I think they've got some playoff points, but I think they'll be bounced out by wins from Logano and Elliott. I think if they run well enough, I think they can knock him out easily. So I mean, you pretty much had 2 spots locked up at this point, Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. So the other 2 are up for grabs. And I feel like it's gonna be Logano and Elliott. So that's how I see it, and that's what I think is gonna go down. It's gonna be really tough for it's gonna be really tough if I don't see a Chevrolet in the final 4 again, in the championship 4 again, like last year. That was embarrassing. Like you had 2 Toyotas and 2 Fords battling out for a championship in 2017. That was embarrassing. But yeah, Keselowski, Boyer, and Jones, they're strong, but I don't think they're gonna make it to the championship 4. I feel like they're getting bounced out by wins from Logano and Elliott. So this brings us to what we've got for the championship 4. Again, it's Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, and Chase Elliott. That's my prediction, my picks to make it to Homestead Miami Speedway with a shot at the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship. So, again, you guys might not like my predictions. I really don't care. This is what I think. This is what I think might happen. And if it doesn't happen, so be it. I don't care. These are predictions. This is not what I think is gonna happen. And obviously, I've been wrong with last year's picks, especially who I thought would be champion. So just go with it, okay? Just go with it. Whatever. You know what? Just whatever. All right. So here's my champion at the end of all this. It's gonna be Kevin Harvick at Homestead Miami Speedway. Yes, he like didn't run as well last year in Homestead Miami. Probably because I know he fought a championship for him, but still, he's got that experience. He has won it. He has won there before. And I think he's going to actually pull this off for sure. So, why not Kyle Busch? Why not Joey Logano? Why not Chase Elliott? So, Kyle Busch, obviously, he's not, like, he got a shot to win last year. He's going to try to get his redemption again this year. But, I think Logano will stand in his way again. And even though, and I know this time they'll both be fighting for a spot for that win at Homestead Miami Speedway in the championship, and it's just gonna go on who wants it more, and who's got the best car to do it. I don't think Chase Elliott has as much speed as the other three do just to go head to head with them and pull it off. Even with like a late restart, it's not gonna happen. I feel like you have to get lucky for that. So, but I feel like it will come down to Kyle Busch versus Kevin Harvick. Logano might play a factor in it at some point, but I think ultimately Kevin Harvick's gonna win out and be the 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion once it's all said and done and everything is over and finalized. So that's what I think, and that's my Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoff grid and playoff grid predictions. Again, Kevin Harvick, the champion at the end of all this, is my prediction. So who knows? It could happen. Might not. You never know. I'm just hoping that everything goes smoothly, and there's no. You probably won't go smoothly in this championship, but you'll have to see and hope that everything will go as planned. I don't think everything's gonna go as planned, but that's my predictions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in another video.